Slot machine manufacturers have intensified their efforts with providing new game features based on their success with offering far more bonus games a year ago. Remember when bonus games were rare? Not anymore, right? Now, slots enthusiasts don't feel they've had a good casino experience unless they win a bonus game. Winning a bonus has become more important than winning money. Was that an accidental discovery? Not at all. That's marketing. Slot machine manufacturers came up with a new feature which casinos liked because it saves them money, while at the same time, slots enthusiasts loved it. What a great combination. And afterward, as interest has waned over the last year, what, you know, casinos demanded of their slot machine vendors. They demanded of their slot machine vendors do it again. And slot machine manufacturers are trying to find the next big thing, like their business depends on it because it does. They're trying so many things that it's like they're throwing the kitchen sink at us and seeing what sticks. But are any new features being overwhelmingly successful, like bonus rounds? Uh, uh, I could ask you to comment on new features you've seen at your local casino, but that's so many, and I don't want to. I don't want to because it's so many. So instead, comment on any new features you're seeing that you like, and I'll watch for those. My daughter's my daughter's my daughter-in-law's my daughter's in-laws enjoy Reno's Peppermill Casino, and they love one slot machine in particular, the family slot machine. Over the years, it's been moved multiple times from place to place within the casino. She's texting me now. Over the years, it's been moved multiple times from place to place within the casino, so they've had to find it time and again. It's a physical, real slot machine. I won't tell you the name of it because they've won on it for years, and I don't want to take that winning machine away from them. I don't want them to go to it and say, now, why is there so many people playing it? But currently, it's a highly visible machine over by a side entrance at Peppermill Casino in Reno, Nevada. People spend years enjoying and stacking and tracking their favorite slot machine. If it's always highly visible, I have no objection whatsoever. I was never fond of change myself, and still I started looking at life in a different way than I had. Change is a constant. That's where I'm at now. Yes, I miss playing Wheel of Fortune slot machines because I've won so many hand pays on them. 52 in 6 weeks is my personal record. I miss them, but I figured out why I was winning on them, which resulted in why I was so fond of those machines at the downtown Cincinnati casino in the first place. I switched from total guesswork on why I was playing those specific machines on the back wall of the high limit slots room, highly visible out the door to be seen by anyone watching from the casino's table game area. If your favorite slot machine gets replaced, you have two choices. You can hunt through your casino to see if it's just been moved to where it's been moved. And if it has, and you find it, as Devin did at Silver Legacy in downtown Reno last week, that's great. And then later, when it's moved again, I hope you find it then too, for decades, as my daughter's in-laws have. Oh, by the way, when they took me to the family slot machine, as they called it, I showed them the small label with the machine ID. Having that makes it easier to find later. As Devin knows, he was winning on one of the coin combo peacock machines in a round carousel of identical slot machines over by the table game area in Silver Legacy a few months ago. But then the whole carousel was moved to the other side of the casino. But he noted the machine ID, so he knew which machine in the carousel was the one he had won on. And both places, both locations, that machine is a highly visible in a highly visible area. Unfortunately, he was not able to get on it because whenever he checked it, somebody was winning bonus after bonus on it. Sorry, Devin. I hope it wasn't a fan of mine, I guess. Change, like you, change is a constant and new features are coming out. So embrace that change. You're seeing all sorts of new features on the latest slot machines. And my suggestion for you is to figure out where the advantage is. Get used to figuring out where advantages are. That's your job. And it's a great time to have it with all those new features slot machine manufacturers are trying so hard to find anything that they can to please you and the casino both. But some of the negativity I've heard about new features coming out is justified, like earning hundreds of bonus rounds resulting in a monetary win that's less than what you bet. So understand that new features are sometimes an illusion of an advantage play. Again, casino marketing, slot machine manufacturer marketing. We can learn from new features from a few years ago. Dancing drums. Dancing drums shows coins. Can you see my mouse? Coins. And maybe I'll make myself small here. Coins filling a bucket, more or less, a bowl. But it's an illusion if the graphic of the bowl starts to look full. You can see there's a few more coins in this one than there is in this one. This is what I'm trying to show you. And it means nothing. It's an illusion. Well, if it's really full, I should keep playing so that I can get that bonus. Nope. Sorry. There's also another machine. What is it called? Let's see, Baozu Zhao Fu, and it has the firecrackers. You can notice on some of these, like there's only one firecracker left in this red column in the center. One more to go. So just play. But then this one over here has only 3 of them lit at the bottom. So don't play this one, maybe. But yet, if you do play this, what you'll find is all of these on the double up with, or only 3 of them are lit, all of them could light up with one bet. And you could get the bonus round. Where when just one is lit here or over here, I think there's another one over there, it could take hours. I've watched people play high limits, $10 bets, and it's just like, come on, they want, they're waiting for it to because one more to go. It's an illusion, and to get people to play. Yeah. Sorry. I try to what has people been saying lately? Thanks for keeping it real. Some of it's bad news. It is unfortunate. There is some negativity about new features where it seems a little one-sided, seems very one-sided for the casino to make money from us. But that is casino marketing. But you can find advantages, other than this, that you can take advantage of, and these things exist now. So that machine, that Baozu Zhao Fu machine, is interesting for other reasons. And so when you think about the advantage, there's that illusion, but if you keep digging, there's actually another advantage. There is an advantage to playing it, a real advantage to playing it, which I bet you don't know about. Not unless you've taken my Slot Slabs course. What is it? Sorry, you'll have to take my Slot Slabs course, advanced course, 6-week course to find out. In the Slot Slabs experience, and I will share this. If you go to professorslots.com and you click on courses sign in, let me make myself small again. Courses sign in at professorslots.com, you'll come to this page and you'll see that the Slots Lab that I'm offering in 2023 are shown here. One begins tomorrow. The other doesn't start until basically, the one that starts tomorrow ends mid-October, and the next week is when the last one of 2023 will be offered. And if you go and you can go click on one of those, and you can see that it's about 14, 15 hours away when registration will close. It meets on 9 p.m. Eastern, that's 6 p.m. Pacific, beginning on Wednesday, September 13th. And what I'll do is I'll make the session 1 video lesson and assignment for you to complete tomorrow, and then be ready to talk about that in our group coaching Zoom meeting on Wednesday night. What you get from it is shown here. The 6 weeks of course curriculum right now only is showing what you would get access to if you were to sign up and pay for it. But this would fill out for 6 weeks, session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as they become available, because I make them available on Sunday, and then we talk about that week, and then each Sunday I make available the next assignment. That's the price options. One of the things that you're going to get with this course, besides my 30 days to play slots smarter and win course, also the record keeping templates, not just the templates, but also the mini course where I have video lessons about how to use them, and I show how to fill out the templates, the record keeping templates with my own data. There's also Kashada hand pay data. Every time I offer slot slabs, I learn so much that's new. It's just been shocking. So last time for the last slot slabs, which ended today, this week, our last meeting was on Wednesday or Thursday, I decided to make the Kashada hand pay data available. So what this basically is, if you go to Kashada, and you go to casino and you go to slot machines, there's I've shown people how to get there before. You can come to the slots jackpots over $1,200. This is only the last 30 days, only the last month. And maybe I should make that a little bigger so you can see what's provided. I don't want to make it too big. All right, I have to make it just big enough. Okay. So this is time stamped. The most recent one was 4:54, about 5 a.m. Central Time today, which is what? That would be several hours ago. It was a line hit. We know that because it was the jackpot ended in 00. The machine ID was 6406. It was a Dragon Cash. Which Dragon Cash? The Autumn Moon. PR means it was a progressive machine. MD means it's multi-denomination. Instead of PR, it can be PROG, or it can just be P. If in the denomination, the minimum denomination, it's Louisiana law. The minimum denomination on that machine, not to say it's the one that they used, but the minimum denomination on that multi-denomination machine was 10 cents. So this is high limit. There's a location here. If it says HD in the beginning of the characters, then that's a high limit room, which if you click is right there in the high limit room. Okay, so if you have, and I'll put that away, you can copy this and you'll have a month's worth of data. Put it in a spreadsheet, and I have done that. I have done that here, and this is my master file. I have data from the beginning of, from May 6, 2022. Right now, I collect them on Sunday. I go in and cut and paste. It takes me about 5 minutes with practice. And you get, this is, I haven't done it yet. The next time will be tomorrow. So this only goes to September 3rd. And there are 99,129 hand pays, 24/7 since May 6th, 2022. What does this mean? And this is something you get with the bonus. This is basically talking about the bonus you get. So if you alphabetize this data for the last month, you will see, and you can remove anything ending with .00. So then I've removed, that's line hits, and I have left progressives. We go into detail about this in slot slabs, and perhaps I'm going on about it too long. But down here, I put them in order by size for the last month, and there's about 93 or so hand pays, progressive hand pays. These are the majors. These are the grands on Dragon Link for all variations of it for 1 month's worth of data. Okay? But you don't get 1 month's worth of data. You do if you go there and you start collecting it. Great. But I've been collecting it for over a year. I've been collecting it for 15 months. And this is the same data only for 15 months. And it's a lot. There's nearly 1,400 hand pays on this machine at Kashada. And these are the progressives only. And the progressives setup is something that the slot machine manufacturer provides. So this information isn't just at Louisiana. If you go to Kashada in Louisiana, you can use all the data. But if you are not going to Kashada in Louisiana, then you can use the progressive data to see what the settings were that the slot machine manufacturer advised Kashada to use, as they advise your casino to use. So if you have a Dragon Link, and we talk about in the course how to use this, if Dragon Link is at your casino, you can use this data to work on winning the progressives. And there's a lot there. There's a lot there. Right. So, okay. Yes, let's see. Let's get back to questions. There's something else I need to tell you about one of the changes. I'll get to the questions in a moment. Change is a constant. You know about how so many have. You know about how so many casinos have been giving permission to YouTube creators to record their slots play and upload it to YouTube. Yes. But did you know that YouTube has started penalizing creators because they claim channels are getting invalid traffic from viewers without a genuine interest? This is another change that's taking place. It's not exactly on a slot machine, but it's something that will affect you because you're here on YouTube or you're here in my Facebook group. So those channels will continue to get lots and lots of views, but their YouTube revenue based on views drops by 75%. Mine has. Started last Friday, a week ago yesterday. But I don't care because I have diverse revenue streams. So what if my YouTube revenue drops from 13% to 4% of my total business revenue? This is 2023 for me. It's not a disaster. Excuse me. It's not a disaster for me. But when other slots channels lose 75% of their business income, going from $10 per 1,000 views to less than $3 per 1,000 views, can they afford to continue their channel? Or is their channel dead? You want to know more about, if you want to know more about this, go just search YouTube for invalid traffic, and you'll see all kinds of horror stories in the last 2, 3, 5 days. Even though this has been happening for 6 months, it's becoming more and more accelerated. I think it's just the Google stocks. The stock price is so low, YouTube has to do something about it. And so they're basically telling YouTubers, you have a bunch of invalid traffic, which we can't prove. Even though if you know statistics, you look at the data and you're like, I don't think I do. Either that or I had it all along for the last 8 years, and now you're doing something. What the heck? So I think it's my personal opinion, and based on what I understand, is it's an adjustment. YouTube has done that before, but you might find that your other YouTube channels that you enjoy, they may go away. in the next year. Just mentioning change. Change is a constant. How's that for a surprising and unexpected change? I don't have a crystal ball with which to see the future, but my CPA's firm is one of the primary accounting firms used by YouTubers. And this revenue reduction based on invalid traffic has been happening for 6 months and is now happening more and more. All those other slots channels that don't have a dozen revenue streams, and most don't, may well just poof, go away. I'll still be here though. Registration closes for slot slabs tomorrow morning. As I pointed out here, you've got 14 hours. Then this is a great time, actually, when you think about it. July, August was kind of a good time to go to the casino, and Thanksgiving, November, December, that's traditionally been, if you have a year's worth of records, you can see that's a great time to go to the casino too. But in between, it's not a great time to go to. So what do you do, in the next 6 weeks to prepare when casinos are letting people win again? Well, take a course. So questions. My daughter's family's great. Yeah, they have a family slot machine. And Cheryl says there's a whole new slot floor at my local. So they opened Legends Bay here around November last year in Sparks, which is Sparks Reno in Nevada. And there's not a machine that's older than November last year. So it's entirely new machines. Is that what's happening on your new slots floor? All new machines? Paula is here. Paula, hi Paula. Paula is one of my moderators, as is Lots of Fun, and several others, Chuck. Thank you, moderators. Davey has a great question. $500. I see you're putting the $ after it, so you're international, right? How much earned value? This is a financial term. Is that course hypothetically worth? Quite a bit. But I cannot be specific. I cannot tell you what my fans' IRS tax forms are. I don't have access to their finances. I don't ask for access to the finances. They post their wins on my Facebook groups, but that's one of the things I talk about, and it's so important, is if you win, it's not too hard. But what's hard is not giving it all back. I would say it's like 5 times harder to stop yourself from giving it all back. So if you can just do what you're doing now, if you're winning, a lot of people are winning enough right now. What they need to do is stop losing. Keep winning, stop losing, and giving it all back. And then that becomes profitable. And so that's partly what I've learned from this course, partly what I've tried to help people with the most, how important it is to lead with winning. So I discuss that every week. How much did you lose in the last month at your casino? Is it more or less than $500? I'm not even going to ask you to go back a year. That's what I should charge people, but because of the value, because of the earned value, the EV. But if you, so hope that answers your question. People are asking about the weather. Yes, good point. Please like this video so that we can influence the YouTube central server to pull in more people. And Texas Tootsie, Jan, also a moderator. Thank you. Hey, Maggie. let's see. Leland, why would their traffic be invalid? There's a whole discussion about it. What clued me in, I kind of like watch for red flags. What they sent me an email on Friday saying that this was happening, that there's invalid traffic, and that they're going to fix it by reducing my income uh, by 75%. They didn't say 75%, but that's what it's been, and you can just see it drop off. And I share the graphs with slabs because that's part of understanding what's going on out there. Um, uh, in general, it's not what they say, but in general, we know there's a lot more bots and a lot more kind of like robot. I've been doing Chat GPT Q&As. People are saying, why is your content so much different from the other so-called educational channel? And I'm like, my content is coming from Chat GPT. Their concern was not my content. I'm just telling you what ChatGPT does when you ask them this question about central servers and this question about central servers, and just ask very good questions and you'll get an answer, because ChatGPT has read every patent about slot machines on Google Patents, and you can ask the right question and you'll get an answer. Be careful of anybody who gives you an answer from ChatGPT where they don't tell you what question was asked, because the question is very important. And you need to be able to ask that question yourself at the free service to see if it matches what somebody's trying to tell you. I may be a little bit of a suspicious person, but I like to double check my sources. So traffic is invalid. They say what they're doing is blaming the creator. They're saying, if you go and purchase from the Philippines or Romania, there's these server farms where you spend $50 to get 10,000 low paid, penny an hour individuals to like your video on a new email created for YouTube. And then do it again, and you get 5,000. They're by the cut that they made, they're saying that 3,000 of my 5,000 daily views were invalid traffic, which is like, how's that even possible? Yeah, I can't prove them wrong. They're going on the offense and telling me, I purchased a service, or I didn't. Either way, nothing you can do about it. So I'm like, okay, I don't care. I don't need you. If I could get my YouTube revenue down to 1% of my total business revenue, I'd just turn off ads. It's lots of fun. When my revenue from YouTube is 0% after 2 years, I think I'll continue to provide videos for fun. Well, yeah, if you do it for fun, that's great. But a lot of these people are like, they're funding their slots play with their views. Not like you. It's lots of fun. Len says, question. Hi, John. My casino has been moving machines around like music. Yes, I've been like shocked at going to my casino. It's like, oh, now you're doing it. And they're moving around like musical. Can I assume these new machines will be more progressive? I think that's just a natural trend. You can even go further and say 5 different kinds of bonus rounds, 5 different kinds of bonuses, depending on how much you bet. And the selection on the interface will be like, it's just getting to be, it's not enough to have one bonus game on a slot machine. It needs to have 3, 5, 7. Yeah. So people are asking about cats. And if I do this, there's the cat. I've been training my Emil with a toy I play with him up there, and he just sort of like lies down, and he also finds it to be high up and safe from the other cat who likes to play too. And so there's the Emil. It's important to do kitty sightings. There's progressives are just the beginning. Yeah. Let's see. Jan says my son continues to win hand pays at Nascala. That's in Livingston, Texas. It has bingo games because it's a tribal casino in a state that doesn't allow compacts, which allows compacts allow tribal casinos to have class 3 Vegas style slot machines. He's actually beginning to leave with his wins. And Jan knows, she's taken slot slabs. She knows that's 2 different things. Win and then leave with winnings. 2 different things, and the second one's a lot harder. And I was trying to see, I would just leave it up there for you, but it's probably, now you can see my PhD a little better. I'm just going to leave that alone. It's so much happier than that, messing around with the modem, and that's why they're nicknamed Saboteur number 1 and Saboteur number 2. Open Eyes says, question, when a rare bonus 5 moons hits on autumn moon, does that allow a better bonus round? Does it also matter based on bet made? It does matter on bet made. I've noticed that. I couldn't tell you if it was a bigger bet or lower bet makes the bonus round more likely. Be careful with some of the language that's written into the game rules for these games saying you can win more if you bet more. And it's like, yeah, but are your odds better? Because that's something else entirely. And they're not telling you the odds are better. Because that's a myth. You can see it in the 20 states that of the 20 states that have return statistics, 7 of them offer it by slot machine denomination. You can see it's just a myth that returns are better when you go higher denomination. It can happen, but it's exception to every rule. So when within a denomination, I have found the minimum bet will make me a profit. My bankroll will go up and up and up. But after an hour, went up, and then I put it on medium bets. I went from 90-cent bets to $2.70 bets on a penny machine, highly visible, Hollywood, Lawrenceburg, near the cafe. And for a half hour, it broke even. Still winning, but not as much. I increased my bet by 3 times, but my wins did not increase by 3 times. And then for the next half hour, I put it on $4.50 bets, 5 times bigger than the minimum bets of 90 cents. And again, won just as often, but the wins did not increase from the wins did not increase from the wins did not increase from 5 times from minimum bets, but I just had them as often. $20 every 10 bets on minimum bets, and maximum bets of $4.50 was like $35 just as often, but $35, and that 5 times $20 would be $100. So I started losing money when I was betting higher credits. And so, yeah, it's adjustable. It's adjustable. Now, is it on your machine? Is it better with higher bets or minimum bets? For me, it was minimum bets, but it could be higher bets within a denomination. What I recommend is, you can check. Do the 5 spin method. It's got a lot of versatility. People think it's kind of simple, and I suppose it is, but you can actually, in a hot minute, you're like asking questions. And yes, you can cycle through the bet levels on the interface and use the 5-spin method to cycle through them. And you can, make 5 bets each or up to 5 bets each, and you can find out pretty darn fast which one is better. And if there is no difference, go to the next machine. Yeah, you can do the same thing with denominations. Yeah. And I did not thank people. I should have thanked people. Thank you, Chuck. For your donation. I very much appreciate it. Magpie, thank you for your donation. It is very much appreciated. And also thank you to Shawana, who this is the prior two were super chats, and this is a super sticker. Thank you for your $10 denomination. And the super sticker, which I can't show you, is of a cat with a heart. Let's see if I showed you this, would that work? Maybe. Yes, there's the little heart. Little animated pic. Okay. So let's see here. I hope that answers most people's questions. Open eyes doesn't matter based on bet amount. Yes. Does it? If you see a bonus, a rare bonus, does that allow a better bonus round? No. But if it's giving you bonuses, it's kind of like playing a machine which is breaking even. And you're like, well, I want the money, but and this is not making me money. Well, actually, you don't know. If you're breaking even, you have to decide whether you're going to play it for an hour, get a bunch of tier points that you may not care about, but then after an hour, does it give you a hand pay? Or after an hour, does it not? Which one? So you sort of have to play it for an hour and just, accept the tier points that you don't really care about, maybe. It's important to know what your goal is. But if it's giving you rare bonuses, then you have to decide, is something coming or is something not coming? If you play a machine that has not giving any bonuses, much less the rare ones, then you have no information to go by, and why don't you just walk away? But if it does show something, then you have a decision to make. And you may have to invest minimum bets for a while to see what happens, and then you'll know for forevermore. Yeah. FF Jeff, thank you. Okay, one person I know from. I mean, I've met some of you, so I'm certain you're valid. Yeah, Steve, I know you're valid. I haven't met you, but your Chat GPT questions make you valid. Jan Texas Tootsie says, however, when I go with my son, we both lose. What does that mean? There was an old TV series where one of the actors, Xander was his name on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The actor has a twin brother, and his twin brother, who's not an actor, except that he was on the show, and they just both kind of like went downhill, if that, I'm not explaining the story very well. But it was just like, perhaps your son is a bad influence on you. Perhaps you are a bad influence on your son. I can't get in the middle of this. When married couples start saying stuff like that, I'm like, hey, this is not couples counseling. There's something going on when you're there with your son. Wouldn't it be great if when you were there with your son, you both won? Then you'd be like, I'm not going unless he's going. Let's see here. Shwana says, I walked out of MGM Grand Detroit, I happen to know, unless you were traveling to Las Vegas or something, last night with my $400 win, $700 win total. I'm happy with my progress after being away from the casino for a month. I know you were going back, and I'm so glad to hear about that. Lots of Fun was asking us, so tell us a win story. And there you go. You know, $400 is awesome. $700 is even better. Congratulations, Shawana. Excellent. Well done. Okay. And let's see. Frenzy has, let's see, no. Fun says, there it is. Video poker, Royal Flush, $4,000 and went home. Hey, I'm glad you went home. It's just so important. Congratulations. And Shawana congratulates her as well. She's a student at Bob Dancer. That's who I base my business on. I won a car at a casino, and I was like, okay, got to write the book because Bob Dancer did. Not that is his real name. Yeah, it's enjoyable. Question from Fun, is the buy a bonus really an advantage feature? No. You can, there's various ways this takes place. For instance, you can continue to bet when there's, like in Gold Hills, there's a gold run feature the last 2 minutes. And you can play that, but it's just there to get you to play 2 whole minutes when you would probably leave and go, this sucks. And then there's also one specific buy a bonus where you pay $35 on a penny machine and you're guaranteed a bonus round where you might win $10. Yeah. No, you're buying a bonus. You're not buying wins. Any exceptional win, you're paying $35 to win less than you bet. Anything less than $35 win on that bonus machine, on that buy the bonus machine, it's the win is not. We guarantee you're going to win more than you just paid. No, they don't do that. No, it's not business. Let's see, don't think so. Watch the slots channel play that feature for 40 minutes. No hand pays. I think at $250 to $500 a buy a bonus. Yeah. Now, I would say if there's a row of them, play the highly visible machine. At a time when the casino, you hear wins. So yeah, I wanted to make sure, I got a couple of videos out today. Want to make sure that you understand that professorslots.com/SL is going to be registration ends tomorrow. There are only 20 participants, so everybody gets individual attention. It is $4.99, or you can select 3 monthly payments option. As it says here, PayPal does not allow for monthly payments. So that's how you would pay. PayPal, you'd have to pay the full amount. But if you use a debit or credit card, then you can use the 3 monthly payment options. And so take a look and see what you get. It is a course that takes 5 to 6 hours a week. You do not need to spend anything at the casino. It would be a great idea for you to go for a walk in your casino to see some of the stuff that we talk about in Slots Labs and understand what your casino provides and how to take advantage of it. But might be best just to wait till the course is over to then apply what you learned at your casino. And that it's September and after Labor Day, and all the casinos kind of do a steep downturn until Thanksgiving, mid-October, beginning of November. This is a great time to prepare for the next peak time that happens annually at most casinos. Yeah. Again, registration closes tomorrow morning. Okay, so let me get back to this. Okay, this live stream is your opportunity to ask questions, and I think Chris H has a comment. To Open Eyes. Hope Open Eyes saw that response. Chris H has taken slabs and is a pretty intense individual, and knows his stuff, as does many of you. I'd like to think because you've taken my content and watched it. Thank you. And thank you, Slots of Fun. I do appreciate what you did there. Okay, so that's it. What a great live stream. Put that away. What a great live stream. I'll see you next Saturday at noon Eastern. In the meantime, I highly recommend you watch this demonstration video at Legends Bay in Sparks, Nevada. Have a great day. Enjoy.